Barcelona fan, please, I think it's high time that we need to come around and talk about what is actually happening to that team. Because it's been a back-to-back loss to them. The first one was the first 4-0 draw by Atletico Madrid in the Copa del Rey Cup. And also, they lost 2-1 against Girona yesterday in the La Liga game. Right now, that loss has made them drop 2 points behind Real Madrid in that title chase. And this is a resurgent Real Madrid side that coming into the second half of the season, if Madrid picks form this way, they are going all the way. Though Madrid has been the team that lost least in the La Liga this season. They have just lost twice in the La Liga this season and drawn 3. So I think they will need to give Real Madrid a hot chase before they can displace them from that first position right now. And I also think that they are very lucky that they are not playing playoff in the UEFA Champions League game. Like they were able to get an automatic qualification from the group stage in the UEFA Champions League. If they were to be going for that playoff, I think with this their recent form, they might actually drop out. But luckily for them, they are still in the Champions League and they are not going to play playoff. So I think that's a very big bullet that they dodged over there. Yes, they dodged a very big bullet there. Because going with this form into the UEFA Champions League playoff, it might end up disastrous. In that game against Girona yesterday, they got the first half for themselves to take all the lead. They played very well in the first half. They were all over Girona, and boom, they got a penalty. What happened? Yamal lost it. He kicked the ball from the penalty spot onto the goal post. I always tell people that scoring the penalty is not a child's play. Scoring a penalty requires a deep technicality. It requires a very deep, high-level concentration. And it always requires you to be focused. These are the things that Kopama asks over other players that plays this penalty. But yet, people will call him that, oh, he only stacked his records with penalty goals, all this, that. It's not that good. If it's not for penalty, he wouldn't be having all those goals. And I always reply them that if he easy, try out. That's the same thing that Yamal did yesterday now, and he was not able to execute it from the penalty spot. That is just by the way. In that game yesterday, when they came back in the second half, the first half was a drab 0-0 draw. They were not able to penetrate the Girona defense, though they got that penalty, but of course, Yamal lost it. But in the second half, they came into the game gun blazing. They got their first goal, that is Barcelona. They got their goal in 59th minute of that game. But in less than 4 minutes, Girona came back into that game in 62nd minute. Yes, they came back into the game, equalizing. They equalized the game, then the momentum shifts to them. Because in the second half, it was all Girona's game. In that second half, they have the highest shot on target, which shows their determination to win the game yesterday. Because in that game yesterday, in the second half, they had 7 shots on target, whereas Barcelona had just 2 shots on target. Though they had all the ball possession, they had all the shots, but it was not on target. It was just like playing around the bush. It was just like beating around the bush, not going straight to the point. But you see, Girona, immediately they get the ball, all they aim for is Barcelona's goal post. And they were able to hit 7 shots on target yesterday. 7 good shots on target in that second half. So it actually shows that this team actually wanted that win more than Barcelona. It was just like a repeat of what happened in their first leg in the La Liga of this same fixture at Camp Nou. It was all draw till about 93 minutes when Araujo came to rescue Barcelona with all 3 points in that game. That was the same thing that happened yesterday when in the 87 minutes they were able to get that winning over Barcelona. They scored like 87 minutes into that game and they took all the 3 points over Barcelona. They bullied Barcelona into succumb in that game. You will see those players yesterday, they put all their power, they put all their strength, and they put all their determination in making sure that they get all the 3 points against Barcelona. And this Girona of the team, when they see all those big teams, especially in their stadium, they always fight tooth and nail to make sure they at least get a point from them. You see this point drop now has given Real Madrid 2 points advantage over Barcelona in that title race. And I'm very, very sure that getting over Real Madrid in this remaining fixture that is left in the La Liga, it will be so difficult for Barcelona to be able to topple them again. It will be so difficult because this Barcelona team, they are not good enough. I always say it, they are not good enough. Though they have been fantastic during the first half of the season, but the problem I have with them is that they always concede goals. They concede goals. That's the problem I have with them. They concede goals. And with this, they might not be able to catch up with Real Madrid. Because Real Madrid look resurgent since they got Arbeloa. I think right now the players are now getting into that Arbeloa's style. They were being able to pick the things that Arbeloa is trying to inculcate in them. And they are executing, and right now they are executing it very well. Right now they are executing it very well, and they are getting all the winnings that is required. Let us see how far they will fare against Mourinho again in the Champions League tonight. But I think in this current season, if care is not taken, Barcelona will go trophyless because right now they are one leg out of that Copa del Rey Cup against Atletico Madrid. I don't see how they will be able to beat Atletico Madrid 4 unreplied goals in the second leg. I don't see it. I don't see it because they concede too much of goals. I don't see it. And also in that Champions League, with this kind of squad, with this kind of style of play, I'm not sure they will be able to go far. They might actually be sent home in the next round. That's for a fact. They might actually be sent home in the round of 16, or let's say max in the quarterfinals. They will be sent home because conceding so much goals heavily against opponents will never win them anything. And coupled with the fact that Real Madrid has taken the lead in the La Liga, it will be very difficult for them to topple Real Madrid in the remaining game of the season. Drop your thoughts in the comment section, give us a like, subscribe to our channel, and I'll see you guys on the next one.